Hi everybody, Lex Gray back with another video. This is another Rules Light RPG that I want to look at today. We'll do a little exploration of it. Not a review, just a little page turner. Essentially, this is a D100 system, and it is considered Rules Light. It does have some familiarity with OSR and some modern mechanics. Now, the company behind this book is DWD Studios. The website is fairly barren, inactive. There is some pages on it, but most of it is abandoned. But it seems to have life still on Drive-Thru RPG, even printable copies. So, like I want to mention, this is not a sponsor video or I'm not affiliated. I'm not being paid for this. This is strictly my own opinion, and I bought this with my own funds not too long ago, actually. So this book has been on my mind. It's called Barebones Fantasy Role-Playing Game. Complete fantasy role-playing game by Larry Moore and Bill Logan. This is the backside of it. So, as you can see, the book is actually fairly thin. This is the hardcover one. And yeah, it's not overwhelming. It's a well-constructed book. There's the about section. And right off the bat, after, you have the table of contents and the introduction, you basically jump right into the character creation process. Now, it does go over the dice. It looks like you only use 2d10 dice for it. That's why I've been able to, so far, determine is that that's all you require for this game. So 2d10 dice you roll. And it mentions that here, it mentions abilities, there's skills, and then there's action checks. The character creation process, you roll up your ability scores. There's also a allocation method it recommends. It does have examples from time to time in italic. There are races you can choose from, typical OSR races on the next page. You have a skill set you can choose from. Now, the skills are kind of a blend of classes within the character sheet, so I'll show you that at the very end. That's where the character sheet is available. So here's your skill scores. You basically have Scout, Thief, Warrior, Cleric, Enchanter, Leader, Scholar, and Spellcaster, kind of split between your everyday classes / skills, and then you have these magic wielders. Then you have descriptors and a moral code. After you do your equipment and coins, you determine all the final details. You have body points, which is considered, BP, initiative, damage reduction, which is your armor, movement, weapon score, weapon damage, unarmed score, unarmed damage, rank, DP, which is development points, so you build a character up. I don't believe there's a leveling system here. It's basically you just build them up like in GURPS. And name, gender, eye color, etc., brief background, and then another example. Here are the races. So very familiar OSR races. We have elf, dwarf, halfling, and human. They all have their little benefits. Then we have skills. Again, this is a blend of classes mixed in your character sheet's skills. So we have cleric, enchanter, leader, scholar, scout, spellcaster, thief, warrior, and then the spells. So this is an all-in-one book. It has everything you need. There are not too many spells, just enough to get started. And your moral code, good versus evil. The artwork is fairly simple. You have equipment list, armor, mount, hirelings, animal companions, general equipment, has all the values and the damage, range, requirement from strength, cost, hand count, and type. You have character development, like a little recap here, or you can basically shows you how to level up, quote unquote, your character, increase their effectiveness. You have a sample character sheets here. There are actually a lot of character sheets here. All right, then we have the game guidelines. You have the actions. Like I said, you just have to roll at or below your skill. To succeed, there's automatic success and failure. Now, there is no D100 roll. It is 0 through 99. So if you roll 2 zeros, it is a 0. 99 is the highest you can do. So, which means 95 through 99 is a failure. 0 through 05 is a success. These are automatic success and failure. You have critical success and failure, contested actions, resistance checks, multiple checks. There's different types of actions. Getting hurt, getting healed, time, initiative. Everything's really packed in here, and it's not overwhelming at all. Movement and range, combat. This is literally the page for combat. It is not like 5 or 10 pages. It is literally this one section here. Attack and damaging and damage reduction. That's it. Then it gives you example play. You got spells. You have more of the test, this example run. Then the GM guidelines. So it does have its game master guide here. Success modifiers, breaking things, resistance checks, getting hurt. Conditions, effects, descriptors, languages, magic, item creation. And there is a reason why I chose this book, because it has a good amount of tables for solo play. And also on top of that, the game's rules are expandable enough, but not simple. It is a perfect fit in the rules-like category. There are rules, that's not overwhelming. It's just enough to learn within a couple of hours, and you can get started. So again, good for solo play. And on my channel, I like to look at these rules-light systems because, again, they can be good for solo, one-shot, long campaigns, which this book actually mentions. It can be good for one-shots and even long campaigns. Spell scores, we have market price, sample items, well, artwork. Then we get into the minor NPCs, creatures. Here is a bestiary. It gives you, oh, right, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention the actual abilities. You have strength, dexterity, logic, and will. Then you have all the skills. We'll get to the character sheet in a second. It's all at the end, so we can kind of go over the actual elements of the character sheet. Idea, and then, so here's my favorite part, the adventure idea generator. Here are the tables for anyone who are solo fanatics like myself. You have the number of areas, area tables, and area descriptors. More tables, area objective table, obstacle tables, random dungeon generator. So it even has this little sheet here, this little cross dice roll construction table. So you roll on both the horizontal and vertical to land on any of these choices. There's 25 choices here. You have more tables for the features of those those rooms, and you have contents. So for the most part, these tables are a great starter. We have trap generators, or traps, I should say, then triggers. We have traps again, treasures, hazards, creatures that you can run into. So definitely a good amount of stuff for dungeon crawling. Awards table. Then kind of some lore here. It gives you a map. The Karanak Kingdoms. It's a good little size here. Looks like there's definitely to explore, and the descriptions of each region. It gives you a baseline, a very simple foundation to spring off and create as your own. All right, so here is the character sheet, as I wanted to mention. This really gives you, I really do like the character sheet. It's simple, laid out, and it's one-sided. So you have your name, race, hair, eye color, descriptors, race, the development points, DP, gender. Then you have your 4 abilities. You have strength, dexterity, logic, will. I do like how logic is separate from will. So again, similar to Into the Odd, Karen, you have strength, dexterity, and will. Will kind of covers everything when it comes to mental and physical effort, or willpower, I should say. While this one's split between logic, so intellect and your willpower in general. Now the back, or I should say the front, it does talk about the abilities. Let's see, where are they? Let's look for the abilities here. I know there's one section here that talks about which each ability is used for. Let's do a quick little scan here. I might have skipped it. Sorry about that, missed it. It's right here, right before the actual character creation process. Characters are rated by 4 abilities. Strength is used for lift objects, wield melee weapons, resist poisons, determine how much damage you can take. Dexterity, is used to jump over a pit, shoot an arrow, dodge out harm's way. Logic is used for perceived threats, to deduce puzzles. Willpower is used to bluff a guard, finesse a king, resistance spells, persuade, intimidate. So basically, a mixture of charisma. Okay, let's go back to the character sheet. Now we have that defined, but I probably didn't really need to do that because these are self-explanatory. Then you have your moral code. You have your body points, BP, initiative, damage reduction, which is, again, your armor. BP is your health. That is your hit protection. And your movement, how much spaces you can move. Then here are the skills. There is a little math equation to rank and get the percentage of each one. So the cool thing is you can dabble in some of these, but it's required to have a point in any of them, a rank, to use it. You have your warrior, melee, and range split into two there. You got your abilities and notes, equipment. You have your weapons down here and your gold. That's the character sheet. It says here to record spells on the reverse side. Then the meaning glossary. Then you have the index, and that is it. As usual, the blank pages in the back. That remains a mystery to me. So, that is a very simple exploration of Barebones Fantasy. I like the book. It is very simple. It is a blend of OSR games, some little hint of GURPS in there, and I like how the classes are kind of compressed into skills. So, let me know what you guys think of it. Again, this seems to have some life on Drive-Thru RPG. It is a lesser-known system, but there seems to be some popularity with it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about it, but only a few I saw. Low budget like myself, respectively. So that's really it. Let me know if you guys want me to try this in a future one-shot. And as always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.